Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. My name is Dippu Singh and I am leader of emerging technologies at Fujitsu North America. I'm here to discuss the self-driving database topic, which is specifically like how we automate the PostgreSQL tuning using Bayesian optimization. And historically, database tuning has been a very manual and a reactive process. um, when performance degrades, the platform engineers they manually adjust the parameters and they restart the services and they monitor the metrics and whatnot. They do it. But today I'm just doing a different shift in this. Maybe I'm going to talk. I'll give you a perspective about the talk about an automated framework that strips these all manual activities out of this process, thereby maximizing the throughput without compromising any kind of recovery objectives which we generally have as part of the um, database tuning. So before we dive in, let's quickly review our agenda for today's session. We will start by examining the current challenges and the limitations inherent in the manual database tuning. Next, I will introduce our automated solution framework and break down its architecture. From there, we will highlight the key performance outcomes and the business impacts which we have achieved. And finally, we'll wrap up by discussing our roadmap and the continuous improvement plan, right? So let's begin with the current challenges today's database infrastructure is facing. Our current bottleneck to database tuning is fundamentally broken across four areas. First one is the craftsman dilemma. Like tuning mostly relies heavily on the intuition of a few veteran DBAs, and it is a process that cannot scale across a massive infrastructure footprint, right? There's definitely unscalable toil, which is modern CI/CD pipelines push code daily, changing the query profiles. Manual trial and error configurations are too slow to keep up with these kind of agile deployments, right? The third one is the fatal trade-off. Like when engineers tune the database, they usually optimize for transactions per second, right? But maximizing the transactions per second inherently it compromises the recovery time objective, which is RTO, right? So if you tune purely for speed, a crash could possibly take hours to recover from that, right? And the final one is the failing heuristics. Like tools like pgtune are great for a baseline, but they only look at the hardware limits, which is like RAM or the CPU, but they don't even account for your specific dynamic workloads. So this brings us to the solution framework that replaces the human guesswork with machine learning, building the foundation for a truly self-deriving um, database. And let's go into depth about it, right? So our automated tuning framework is built on a continuous evaluation loop, which is powered by Bayesian optimization, specifically the tree structured Parsin estimator TPE algorithm. It actively learns from the previous configurations, calculating the most mathematical promising parameter to explore next. A client server architecture, it isolates this specific tuning logic and it securely applies the new configuration to a database which is in a sandbox environment. We then measure the exact performance by running the simulated production like workload traffic, and this means the system isn't just like guessing based on a generic rule. It is empirically proving the absolute best configuration for your specific traffic patterns, and that too by continuously evaluating and bringing its own history. So it is much more um, um, getting the information from what it has done previously and bringing all those lesson learns into the existing one. But if we just let the AI optimize for speed, it will definitely break like our, especially our reliability SLAs, right? So to prevent this, we built a two-stage pipeline. Like stage one, it enforces the RTO, recovery time objective. We mathematically model the relationship between the write ahead log generation and the crash recovery time. And the framework, it calculates the maximum allowed WAL volume to guarantee a strict 300-second recovery time, locking down the parameters like checkpoint timeout and the max wall size. Stage two is the Bayesian exploration. Like once the safety constraints are logged, we unleash the TPE optimizer on the remaining configuration space, and it explores over like 18 critical parameters to maximize the TPS and thereby guaranteeing that the resulting configuration is both exceptionally fast and also safe for any kind of enterprise production. So let's look at the actual performance gains, cost reductions, and the operational impacts which we have measured in a real world production environment. Um, so let's look at the benchmark results first. Like out of the box default Postgres configuration, it almost yielded a baseline of just like 30 TPS. But using a standard hardware based heuristic via pgtune, we can improve it to like 240 TPS. But look at the green bar, like this is our auto-tuned model with 300-second RTO constraint enforced. By letting the Bayesian framework learn the specific workload, we hit like 450 TPS, which you can say like we nearly doubled the throughput of the standard heuristic tools while fully preserving the data safety. And the light blue bar, it shows the theoretical maximum, which is 650 TPS if we remove all the safety constraints. But that completely, sacrifices the checkpoints, right? So the green bar is our target, which is the maximum safe utilization of it. So implementing this framework, it mostly yields three core platform benefits. First is the cost optimization, like we stop masking poor database tuning with expensive vertical scaling. You rather extract maximum performance from your existing cloud footprint, approximately by 20%. There's definitely a toil reduction, like we automate the trial and error cycle by 33%. Like engineers are freed from the parameter tweaking and they can focus on the architectural scaling rather. There is definitely a predictable reliability associated with this. Like you no longer have to choose between the speed and the safety. Like there's no such trade-off. Rather, we can guarantee 100% application throughput while honoring the strict SLAs for the rapid crash recovery. So let's cover the current constraints of our model and outline our strategic continuous improvement plan to address as part of the next course of actions. So to be fully transparent, there are engineering constraints we are actively working to resolve. First one is the trial search time, like the initial convergence. It does take some time, like because we execute actual workload simulations, often like 30 minutes per trial, finding the absolute optimal configuration, and it is not instantaneous, so it does have some lag and latency attached to it. The second one is the estimation accuracy, like our current wall to recovery time calculation, it relies on a second degree polynomial approximation, and these are highly accurate for standard workloads, but they can drift slightly if there are any edge cases which we have not accounted for. The third one is the dynamic workload. Right now, the um, model it optimizes for static workload profiles, but adapting seamlessly in real time to maybe a highly spiky, unpredictable production traffic, which we don't even have seen. It may require more advanced continuous evaluations. So here is how we are addressing all those constraints. Like first, we are developing the advanced models to move beyond the polynomial curves, which will significantly speed up the RTO estimation and thereby the trial convergence times. Second, we are expanding to the multi-database management system, DBMS. The Bayesian loop is agnostic, so we are working to abstract the framework to support the MySQL and NoSQL engines. And finally, we are looking more and more for cloud integration. Like the end game is to deploy this tuning loop as an automated continuous sidecar in modern Kubernetes or maybe database and, as a service platforms, DBaaS platforms, allowing it to adapt to the workloads dynamically. So just to set this and bring the perspective here, as part of this presentation, we are combining the mathematical RTO limits with the Bayesian optimization. And with that, we can finally predict and treat our database tuning not just as a automated software problem, but also kind of an artisan craft, right? So this can be definitely done. It's doable, and we can achieve this, and we can achieve the database tuning with our advanced machine learning models like Bayesian optimization. So with that, I thank you so much for patiently listening to me. And I would love to take any questions for any technical clarifications on the architecture, or maybe you can connect me over LinkedIn and we can talk more about it. So till then, take care. Feel free to reach out. Thank you so much.